Hi Scorpio, thank you for joining me. We're doing love readings today. So it's a general read, it won't resonate for everyone, so please take the bits that fit and leave the rest, and cross watchers bear in mind that roles can be reversed. I'm going to start with a couple of oracle cards. This is the Lover's Oracle. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay, and I'm going to get a Love Truth Oracle. I often find this is somebody who's maybe from the past or you're in separation from, but let's see. We'll reunite someday. So, somebody hoping for a reconciliation anyway. Whether or not that's a possibility, I do not know. But what I'm going to do is take a look at your energy when it comes to romance at the minute, any connecting person, and what that mutual connection looks like, or the outcome of that relationship. Okay, Scorpio, not great. Knight of Wands as the overall energy for the reading. When I started pulling yours, I kind of felt like you've maybe been let down just recently. You're looking at love in a different light, if you like, and I don't know if this is kind of mistrusting. You know, you've been hurt. Do you really want to go through that again? Are you able to open up your heart at the minute? It looks maybe a little bit closed off, but like the focus is on you. Protecting yourself, taking care of yourself, doing the things that are good for you. I will go in and clarify. The connecting energy, I've got the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles and the World card. I can't decide if this is somebody who was prepared to invest in you, but maybe that's kind of come to a bit of a close. As I say, the outcome of the relationship is looking quite disappointing, to be honest. So, I mean, there's not to say that I don't think that this is a relationship that you're still going to be involved with. But let's go in and get a bit more information. Tell me why Scorpio has got the Hangman, please. Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. What's going on there? Let me just fill in the picture, fill in the blanks, and I will tell you what I can see. I'm not sure if you shied away from somebody. I feel like I'm getting two really opposite ends of the scale here. So I've got the Queen of Swords, who would be very guarded, reserved with her emotions and, you know, the affection that she chooses to give. On the opposite side of that is a Nine of Cups, which would be emotional fulfillment. I just think there's a discrepancy there. Also with the Ten of Swords, this can represent feeling like you've been stabbed in the back or a painful ending, but we have this quite exciting project or, you know, something to collaborate with somebody with, which feels a lot more inclusive than that Ten of Swords. Then I've got the Knight of Cups, somebody possibly wanting to come in and offer love, support, and the Five of Pentacles, which is, to me again, the opposite. Almost, where you would feel the love with the Knight of Cups. With the Five of Pentacles, you would feel like you've maybe been abandoned, left out in the cold. It's just like, are you trying to protect yourself from those worst case scenarios, from being left by yourself, from feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, from giving your heart to the wrong person? That's how it feels. Let me look at this connecting energy. Bear with me. I can't decide if this is finished or not. I definitely think we're looking at a reconciliation. I do actually. I actually suspect you've probably hurt this person, and I think in terms of they've come in with really, really good intentions and they actually see a future with you. I don't know whether or not you've pulled the rug from under their feet and like, no, do you know what, I can't do this. Maybe the time is not right for you. Maybe you're harbouring some pain from the past or some insecurities that don't actually belong in this relationship but were perhaps getting in the way. This looks solid and stable and loving and all those things. This is somebody I would suspect you can absolutely depend on, and they are prepared to give you the world, is what I'm going to say. So for the connection, I have the Devil, the Three of Swords, the Four of Cups. It's just not nice. You know, we're feeling held back or potentially a bit out of control when it comes to our emotions or our thoughts. There's pain here. And I don't know if I'm feeling like I don't want to do this again in case I get hurt again. I feel like you need some convincing, really. Because with the Four of Cups here, that's very much a card of apathy. You know, someone who's just really not feeling very satisfied, not very fulfilled. Justice has shown up, but I don't really feel like this person's done anything wrong. So I don't know if it's just trying to create that balance. And funnily enough, the last card to come out here is the Hanged Man, which you started with. So it might be that we need to look at this from a different perspective. You know, maybe this lady does look a little bit like she might be a glass half empty rather than half full kind of girl. You know, sometimes we do get caught up in that energy, you know, looking at the negatives or just expecting that things will go wrong because things have gone wrong before. It feels a little bit like that, and like they might need to convince you, do you know what, actually this time it's different. Let's look at the Knight of Wands to finish us off. Maybe you're all about just having fun and not committing. Maybe that's what you're showing, but I don't quite believe that. Temperance. Oh, Three of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Alright, I feel like you are running from being hurt again. But in the process, I think you've caused pain to somebody who genuinely cares about you. And I'm not saying you've done that with intent. Not at all. I think it's through protecting yourself. But I don't know. I just feel like this person's got good intentions, and it's worth, you know, trusting the process, I think. So I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope you can take something from it, and thank you for joining me.